Come along now to Melody Roundup. Hi there, gang. The Old Town Hall here at Melody Roundup Ranch is packed to the brim with music for those rootin', tootin' sons of guns, the sons of the pioneers. Now, the meeting's going to be presided over by those melodic councilmen from Pine Ridge, Lum and Abner. At the moment, the boys are in a big argument over who'll call the meeting to order. But just as soon as the affairs of state are settled, we'll be hearing from them. To kind of keep things moving, the pioneers are going to cast a vote for a tune called On the Rhythm Range.
I was born a rover on the rhythmic range, a rootin' tootin' terror, and I never will change. To sing a tune to the day and travel all of the way in rhythm, rhythm. Everything around me is a part of my song. They seem to want to follow as I ramble along. The lazy hawk in the sky is even tempted to try my rhythm. On the rhythm range, on the rhythm range. Everything is keeping time to sort of rooney crime and rhythm. Every time a Sunday comes rolling around, down beside the water hole I'm sure to be found. I'll be scrubbing and rubbing in a manner profound in rhythm, rhythm. Water from 1,000 feet is colder than air. I always thought the devil kept it warmer down there. I guess it's hurting his past, so I'll be taking my bath in rhythm. On the rhythm range, on the rhythm range. Everything's keeping time to sort of rooney crime and rhythm. I asked the prairie chicken when he started to scratch if Sandy Fleas and bumblebees could hatch a better batch. He said the only thing found in this doggone ground is rhythm, rhythm. He started into working with a toss of his head, and then he turned around to me and here's what he said. I ain't a digging for gold, but when I'm scratching my soul's got rhythm. On the rhythm range, on the rhythm range. Everything's keeping time to sort of rooney crime and rhythm. On the rhythm range, on the rhythm range. Everything's keeping time to sort of rooney crime and rhythm. On the rhythm range.
And here to keep the meeting in proper order, those Arkansas ambassadors, Lum and Abner.
Grannies, I won. I get to run the program today. Abner, you can just sit right down over in the corner there and I'd only hear one word out of you. Well, we got the Sons of the Pioneers here today, fellers, and I know you're enjoying their music. That was On the Rhythm Range they just played. And that was played special for Private Raymond Sobchik at APO 826. Now, we got another request here from Private Alfred Madison. He wants Now or Never. Well, here's a request from Private First Class Leroy Hoover at APO 149. He wants Wending My Way to Wyoming. That was the favorite tune for Ezra Seastrunk down home there. He used to sing that as a solo every chance he got. Ezra was an uncommonly good man, too. Used to teach the Sunday school class there and could substitute for the preacher when the circuit rider couldn't make it. And Ezra done a pretty good job of out loud talking, too. He could stand up there and give just as good argument about right living as the preacher himself. And he could make his remarks mighty pointed sometimes. He used to stand there and cut the dirt right out from under your feet sometimes. And some of the folks would twist and squirm like they was being pestered by a wasp, but old Ezra'd go right on. Well, we can visit some other time. I know you're anxious to hear this tune, Wending My Way to Wyoming.
Wending my way to Wyoming, back to my little old nest. When the weary day has reached its ending, and the sun is sinking in the west, through the dusk in dreams my way I'm wending, like a homing bird back to its nest. Wending my way to Wyoming, back to a little old nest. Out toward the sunset I'm homing, weary and longing for rest. Soon the night will sweep the sky like a bird of prey, and it hovers over me on my weary way. Wending my way to Wyoming, back to that little old nest. Oh, I'm far from home when night comes creeping, and the world of wilderness falls slow. In my dreams the fairy stars are creeping, and on wings of memory I go. Wending my way to Wyoming, back to a little old nest. Out toward the sunset I'm homing, weary and longing for rest. Soon the night will sweep the sky like a bird of prey, and it hovers over me on my weary way. Wending my way to Wyoming, back to that little old nest.
That's mighty fine going. I wish Ezra'd have been here to hear that. Here's a letter from Sergeant Fred Vincent at APO 637. He wants to hear Sunset on the Trail, and I know the Sons of the Pioneers will play it for you. Go ahead, fellers.
Dusk is falling here on the prairie tonight. Just you and I under a sky that glows with a heavenly light. Twilight's calling, calling the stars to appear. When shadows blend and daytime's end is near, love begins at sunset on the trail. When day is through, when I'm alone with you, love begins at sunset on the trail. When haunting come from the trees. Twilight and evening star ending the day. Music when soft guitars begin to play. Then starlight and moonbeams weave a golden veil. Then love begins at sunset on the trail.
Well, that was uncommonly pretty. I enjoyed that myself, even. Here's a letter from Sergeant Arthur Peters at APO 826. He wants to hear Night Falls on the Prairie. Well, I never heard night falling on it, but we'll see what it sounds like.
The prairie rests at eventide, and small things into shadows hide, for heaven walks the plains tonight. A million stars that knew they should came shining down, for there you stood, a vision bathed in heaven's light. Night falls on the prairie, pale shadows of blue are telling me that you must be part of the prairie too. Night made you from moonbeams. When you were done, you were one of its song. Night falls on the prairie, and I found an angel in my arms.
Well, let's stop right here and thank the Sons of the Pioneers for a mighty swell job. And, fellows, it looks like the last resolution has been passed, the committee has been adjourned, and the meeting has just about come to close here at the Melody Roundup Town Hall. But we want you to know that it's not for long. Yes, sir, we'll be back before you know it, and in the meantime, if you happen to recollect a tune you want played or sung, you just drop us a card or a letter to Armed Forces Radio, Los Angeles, USA. Till meeting takes up again next time, then, it's sort of good luck from the Sons of the Pioneers and, of course, from Lum and Abner.
This is the Armed Forces Radio Service.
Come along now to Melody Roundup. This is Bill Boyd swinging open the gates of Melody Roundup Ranch for another program of music and song. Today, the old ranch house has certainly taken on a new air. The boys have hung up their hats on the wall and have slicked down their hair. Somebody's put a cloth on the center table. And no, sir, I can't believe it. Well, there's a bouquet of flowers on that table. Sure looks like the old place has taken on a feminine touch.
And why not?
Why, Dale Evans, welcome to Melody Roundup.
Thank you, Bill, and hiya, men. Now, don't you look so surprised to see me in this cowpoke get-up, Bill. I'm a Westerner from way back.
West Los Angeles.
Now, Bill, quit your kidding. Really. Now, listen, I can do anything your men can do.
You can, Dale?
I certainly can.
Well, we just caught a wild Mustang. It's never been ridden before. Do you think you can ride him?
Well, that ought to be easy. I haven't ridden very much, and... Well, now, I tell you, if that horse hasn't been ridden, and we could start off even, couldn't we?
Start off even now. You're the one who's doing the kidding. How about starting off with a song?
That I will, Bill. It's that old story of Frankie and Johnny. Frankie and Johnny were lovers. Oh, Lordy, how they could love. They swore to be true to each other, just as true as the stars above. He was her man, but he'd done her wrong. Now Frankie and Johnny went walking. Johnny, he had him on a new suit. Frankie paid $1 big $100 new just to make her man look cute. He was her man, but he'd done her wrong. Johnny said, I've got to leave you, but I won't be very long. Now don't you wait up for me, honey. No, don't you worry while I'm gone. He was her man, but he'd done her wrong. Frankie went down to the corner, stopped in to buy her some beer. Says to the fat bartender, say, has my Johnny man been here? He was her man, but he's doing her wrong. Well, now, look here, I tell you, I ain't gonna tell you no story. And I ain't gonna tell you no lie. Your Johnny boy, he went by about an hour ago with a gal named Nellie Bly. He was her man, but he done her wrong. Now Frankie went home in a hurry, and she didn't go there for fun. She hurried home to get a hold of Johnny's shooting gun. He was her man, but he's doing her wrong. And Johnny saw Frankie a-comin'. Out the back door he did scoot. But Frankie, she took aim with that pistol, and the gun went root-toot-toot. He was a man, but he'd done her wrong. Now the sheriff arrested poor Frankie, took her to jail that same day. He locked her up in a big dungeon cell and threw the key away. She shot her man, though he done her wrong.
That's a fine song, Dale, and you sure done it right.
Well, thank you, partner.
Now, let's have some music from the Sons of the Pioneers. What would you like to hear?
Well, how about So Long to the Red River Valley? It's an old favorite of mine.
Good enough. Let her roll, boy. That's nice going, boys.
Yes, it is. That's a music for me, too, Bill. Western style. I love the West, and, well, even if I haven't spent all my life on a ranch, I love the wide open spaces. I feel like it says in that song, give me a horse and let me ride. Yeah.
Speaking of riding, Dale, which do you prefer? English saddle or a Western saddle?
The English saddle or the Western saddle? Bill, are there two kinds of saddles?
Are you kidding? A Western saddle has a horn.
Oh, but Bill, I won't need a horn. There surely isn't much traffic on the plain.
No, maybe I shouldn't have mentioned it. How about another song?
Okay. How about San Fernando Valley?
Ah, that's swell.
Well, I'm packing my grip, and I'm leaving today, 'cause I'm taking a trip California way. I'm gonna settle down and never more roam, and make the San Fernando Valley my home. I'll forget my sins, which are many. I'll be making you friends where the west begins and the pretty sunset ends. I've decided where yours truly should be, and it's the San Fernando Valley for me. I think that I'm safe in stating he will be waiting when my lonely journey is done. And kindly old Reverend Thomas made us a promise. He will make the two of us one. So I'm hitting the trail to that cow country. You can forward my mail, care of RFD. I'm gonna settle down and never more roam, and make the San Fernando Valley my home. I'll be an old cowhand on an acre of land. I won't ride a horse, and I won't be tan. Gonna live just like I always wanted to, like the rest of those natives do, with a swimming pool and a barbecue. Yippee-I-O-Ki-A, way out San Fernando way.
Mighty fine singing, Dale. That'll inspire the sons of the pioneers to give forth some more songs.
Somewhere when twilight steals across the blue, someone is strolling down the lane we knew. Like an echo from the hills, a message comes to me. I know it's there that I should be. I'm a long way from home and that blue mountain dome. Still I hear the echoes from the hills and the sweet lily bell, my little hillbilly gal, calling in the echoes from the hills. When I left my pappy said, now don't do nothing wrong. I recall my mammy saying, sonny, don't be long. So I know that someday I'll be wending my way back among the echoes from the hills.
Let's have Riding on the Sunshine Trail.
Sounds good to me.
Riding on the Sunshine Trail, out where the skies are bluer, out where your friends are always truer. Riding on the Sunshine Trail, singing to the rolling hills, roaming the open prairie. Here on the range you'll always find me, riding on the Sunshine Trail. Clouds of gray never come my way. I never have a worry, nothing is wrong. Every day is a sunny day. I just hit the saddle and go jogging along. Riding on the Sunshine Trail, out where the skies are bluer, out where your friends are always truer. Riding on the Sunshine Trail, singing to the rolling hills, roaming the open prairie. Here on the range you'll always find me, riding on the Sunshine Trail.
Get along, get along, get along. Old pedal pal. Get along, get along, get along. Someone's waiting at the home corral.
Riding on the Sunshine Trail, out where the skies are bluer, out where your friends are always truer. Riding on the Sunshine Trail, riding on the Sunshine Trail.
Now, Bill, I'd like to wind up this little song fiesta with a favorite of everybody's everywhere, Home on the Range. Oh, give me a home where the buffalo roam, where the deer and the antelope play, where seldom is heard a discouraging word, on a cloudy old day.
Home, home on the range,
Where the deer and the antelope play,
where seldom is heard a discouraging word, and the skies are not cloudy all day.
on the range.
Thanks for dropping over to Melody Roundup today, Dale Evans. Will you come back again?
You say when, Bill Boyd, and I'll be here.
In that case, it'll be real soon. Now, this is Bill Boyd saying so long for now. This is the Armed Forces Radio Service. Servicemen and women, come along to another Melody Roundup. Hobble your horses, gang. It's another Melody Roundup. So pull up a piece of cactus and sit down. Today we have the Sons of the Pioneers with a chuck wagon full of music. And you'll eat it and like it. Besides the music, we've got that man about the wide open spaces, Preston Foster, visiting us from the ranch next door.
Oh, you're wrong, Bill. I'm not over here visiting you. I'm looking for an hombre that wants to get his neck stretched on a sapling limb.
My gosh, Preston, what did he do?
The varmint branded all of my cattle.
Oh, a rustler, huh?
Oh, no, but it was a dirty trick.
Well, what brand did he use, Press?
The lowest, dirtiest brand in the world. It said, unfit for Vienna sausage.
Well, that's worse than rustling. But call off the manhunt for a minute, Preston, while the Sons of the Pioneers give us Simmer On, Roll On. Kind of takes you back, doesn't it, Preston?
Yeah, it makes me think of what a wonderful place the West really is. It's so wonderful for little men, especially.
Oh, why is it so wonderful for little men?
Well, they can wear high heels and be as tall as women.
Well, pardon my wedges. But let's continue the mood and hear Westward Ho.
Roll me westward, covered wagon, roll me westward home. Covered wagon, o'er the plains we go. Dry and dreary, weak and weary, roll me westward home. Reeling, rocking, rolling, covered wagon, over the prairie we roam. Reeling, rocking, rolling, covered wagon, over the prairie to home. Covered wagon, roll me westward home. Covered wagon, o'er the plains we go. Dry and dreary, weak and weary, roll me westward
I was swell, boys. Sort of makes me feel the thud of hoofs and the salt lick of my heart. Preston, I bet even you aren't mad anymore.
No, I guess there's no use getting all worked up about a few cattle brands. But I should be getting back as I left the place in charge of that new cowboy. He's a fellow who was only bow-legged in one leg.
Only bow-legged in one leg. How did he get that way?
Riding side saddle.
Whoa, whoa, you're pulling leather now, Preston. But hang around and hear a real tune. How about it, pioneers? Can you give us Idaho?
away beyond the hills in Idaho, where yawning canyons greet the sun, as it smiles above the hills in Idaho, to stay another night in sun. Warm summer winds toss the waving grain, calling me back to my home again, to dream sweet memories of long ago, beyond the hills in Idaho. Warm summer winds toss the waving grain, calling me back to my home again, to dream sweet memories of long ago, beyond the hills in Idaho, beyond the hills in Idaho.
You know, I remember when Idaho was just a name on a potato sack. Now it's a darn nice song. Say, Press, I hear you have an Army flyer visiting your ranch.
Yeah, he's a nice kid, too. Been overseas. If he never saw a Carol, he came to my ranch. First time he saw one, he said, "Gee, I never saw a ball turret with so many guns."
Oh, I guess even the boys can learn something on a ranch. But not another tall story, Preston, till we hear Wanderers of the Wasteland. Okay, pioneers.
We are wanderers of the wasteland. My lop-eared mule, my broken down horse, and me. Always traveling, going nowhere. Across the plains and over the hills go we. When I was young, I used to be a highfalutin shooting son of a gun up in Wyoming. gal. She loved my pal. So I packed my bag and saddled my nag, and then I took to roaming. Now we're only a lonely trio. Without a friend, we trail along endlessly. Trio wanderers on the wasteland. My lop-eared mule, my broken down horse, and me.
Say, Preston, how's business been with the dudes that have been coming out to your place?
Oh, there's been a lot of people out there, and all them tenderfeet.
I suppose they keep you busy rolling cigarettes.
Well, nowadays, they keep me busy unrolling cigarette butts.
Well, you sure know how to keep them entertained. I hear you've been serving wonderful dinners. You must have a good cook.
Yeah, marvelous cook. But she sure is a skinny dame. Last night, before she had a chance to put the turkey down on the table, two of the boys grabbed her up and started to make a wish.
I know the type. Everything she eats goes to skin. Say, now let me put another log on the fire, and we'll see if the Sons of the Pioneers will do Nighttime in Nevada.
When the golden sun is slowly sinking down behind the mountains to the west, of you then, sweetheart, I'm always thinking, just fashioning a dream I love the best. When it's night, I'm in Nevada, I'm dreaming of the old days on the prairie and you. I miss you when the campfires are gleaming, and I wonder if you miss me too. I can see the great divide and the trail we used to ride, the only bit of heaven I knew. When it's night, I'm in Nevada, I'm dreaming of the old days on the prairie and you.
You know, I almost dozed off on that one. Time to start for the bunkhouse.
Yeah, I better get along, because I can't ride old paint.
Why not?
The paint's still wet. Yuck, 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 yuck.
Oh, boy, you've gone from cattle to corn. I'm riding home, and so are the Sons of the Pioneers.
Sun goes down, work's all done, evening's here at last. Moon comes up behind the hills I love, and I'm riding home. He's riding home. See that lonesome cowboy riding down that lonesome trail. Moonlight shadows swaying to the tune of his lonesome wail. Well, he's riding home. He's riding home. Bed down, doggies, rest a while. I'll be back tomorrow morning and take you down to where the water's cool. But now I'm riding home. He's riding home. See that lonesome cowboy riding down that lonesome trail. Moonlight shadows swaying to the tune of his lonesome wail. Well, he's riding home. He's riding home. He's
which takes us right in the gate of the ranch, winding up another Melody Roundup. We'll ride out your way again soon, so listen for us. This is Bill Boyd
And Preston Foster.
saying so long, and God bless you all. Armed Forces Radio Service.